back in Dawnshore? Already?
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it. No power in Aora could transport us so quickly, or so far.
Back to the beginning,
What
we all
happened to the
started.
living land started long ago, and we're going to finish it.
Ah, are you seeing this? I don't think Paradis looked like this when we left it.
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks?
Hey,
Wait,
at
what?
least you didn't let 6 years go by.
Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time, assuming there's even a difference.
So we've been gone
It's
for
like
2
how
to
a
3
body
weeks
fights an
in that
infection.
garden.
The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. It feels like we're still in the dream. And not just us. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor. And Steel Garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Reingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Day Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
Ambassador Hilgar must know something about
If he
this.
didn't start this himself.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us.
Before we go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sapadal?
I freed Sabadell from the prison. The Dream Scourge is
I'm
over.
not sure. That's good, right?
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. I only hope we can say the same about Sapadal. Time will tell, I suppose.
After all this time, they're free. And the living land is free to heal.
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god. All in all, rather a successful day.
Maybe they'll help with the return.
And God entwine. The flower shades the soil in which it grows.
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing down there.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Right, okay, so what, we're heading down?
Sansa. They marched in with no warning. I couldn't... Envoy! What does the Garrote think they're doing? What's the point of exploring if you just want to plant your flag everywhere?
Is everything in the Emporium alright?
They broke some glass, but the map is safe. They didn't think I was worth the trouble.
Right now, that's a good thing.
If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled to the Balrog.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. God, I hope they're not trapped in there. I am sorry I can't be more help.
You can thank me next
On
book,
the
how does that
very
sound?
first page.
We should move. Let's hope the Garrote hasn't made it to the Balrog yet.
Envoy, wait! Before you go, I may have something for you.
Oh, a present! I want a
took
present!
some supplies when I ran. If you think they'll help, they're yours. I'll even give you a discount. You know, for saving the city and everything.
It can't hurt to look, what do you have? Alright, sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that. Oh, I cannot dismantle that here, no? Okay, let's... Dismantle all that. Oh, I don't know what I'm actually supposed to be getting here. Let's have a little look. About... What points am I supposed to be putting in? Let's have a look at what points I need to put in for this. Right, so we only need 1 perception, which we've got. We need 11 might, which we've got. Intellect needed to be 5. Resolve needed to be 4. Dexterity we got 5. Yeah, we'll see that up. Oh, whoops. Got that over there. Confirm. Abilities. I don't know what to spend that on. Right, okay, let's just go. Right, who are we speaking to?
Why is there snow here? A familiar face.
It's gotta be Ring.
Oh!
I heard.
Oh, why snow?
Let's talk to Ringrim.
We meet again, Envoy. And you, Yardsley. You're always a prodigious and welcome sight.
Oh, yes. Always a pleasure to see you, too.
Paradis burns. Thanks to Ludwig and the Steel Garrote laying siege
Before we
to
beat
it.
Ludwig.
But the Dream Scourge is gone.
How? I killed Ludwig at Mount Fjordur.
She must have come back to life. Again. I suppose we couldn't be lucky enough for her to stay dead.
It's remarkable how hard you mortals fight for causes that'll be forgotten within centuries. Still, I do think the world has been irrevocably, if minimally, changed by your actions.
I'm not sure I follow.
Envoy, please. You know there's no point lying to me. I'm here because I'm curious about what you'll do in this moment.
Free Sabadell.
Perhaps a new god being set loose on the world is certain to have consequences. Mostly, I'm curious about whether you think you've made the right choice. Wise answer, that. I am interested in seeing the outcome of your story, Envoy. With luck, it won't end with you also on fire.
With a look at them, with certain other parties in the
I
fire.
prefer ice, personally. But to each their own. Goodbye, Envoy. And Yardsley, I do look forward to when all of this is done. I am eager to work with you.
Oh, yes. We'll, discuss that later.
Right, okay, so we talk to Ringrim. Afterwards, look southwest to an Adric. Oh! Right, we've talked to Sansa. Is there other characters that I know around here?
Archmage in Paradis? That can't be good.
Head down here. Well, that's Marius.
Oh, Envoy, how good to see you here as we stand together at the brink of this historic event. I don't know if thank you is precisely what I want to say, but I am grateful to you for bringing Dolna's theft to light. Paradis burns from the torches of the Steel Garrote, The people of the living lands stand ready to defend their home.
We be recording today's events for the archives.
What happens in Paradis now will decide the fate of the Parkrunen after all.
What's the plan if Paradis falls?
We will find a way to persevere. We Parkrunen have a gift for surviving inhospitable conditions, and always have. Whatever the outcome of the upcoming battle, do not forget us. I fear that more than our deaths. If Edir and the Steel Garrote have their way, they'll strip the history books of any mention of our culture and our ways. Future generations will only ever know us as an appendage of the Empire. I hope it doesn't come to that.
That won't come to
hope
pass, I
so,
promise.
Envoy. I truly do. That's as much as I'll say. You have a role in deciding what happens next. Do the right thing, Envoy. Let history remember you for the correct reasons.
Right, who else we got?
Where haven't I been? I journeyed to the heart of the living lands, where time held its breath, and dreams had more substance than reality.
May I?
Here we go.
Envoy, I knew you'd show up eventually.
How is Emerald Stair? More importantly, how are you?
Thriving on both counts, I'm happy to report. My revenants were very happy in Paradis until the Steel Garrote stepped out of line. When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, this is a job for the undead. So I gathered the flock.
I would hate for you to endanger livestock.
Not to worry, I can always bring them back to fight another day. I'll keep them on a tight leash, just in case the Steel Garrote breach our defenses. Better to have them and not need them. Oh, and I've been meaning to thank you. Whatever you did in the garden seems to have worked. Emerald Stair is healing, believe it or not. Once this is over, our crops will flourish like never before.
Yeah, I've had a good day, Dover. Thank you. You? Now I just need to keep the living lands from descending to war.
Easier said than done, I suppose. Before I let you go, one small reminder. Should you fall in battle, I'm ready to claim what's rightfully mine.
I'm looking forward to joining the flock
That's the
someday.
spirit.
Made a
Once
deal
you
with her
join a
to
flock,
join
you
a
won't feel it
undead
then.
flock.
But that won't be for a while yet. Fingers crossed.
Apologies, but I intend to keep my friend alive for as long as possible.
Just don't try too hard. I can't wait forever, you know.
Well, at least we know Elia will take good care of you.
Best of luck out there. And don't worry about a thing. My flock will keep us safe and secure.
Thank you, Elia. My compliments to the flock, as always.
So we've talked to her.
We'll be lucky to make it out of here alive.
Is there anyone else around here that we need to talk to?
Fidelio sang for us. We must help him.
Anyone else?
Hauska Sagrada. It's about time for your...
So, the roots are here too. Gods.
They have nothing interesting to talk to me about, do they? Axe. No, I'm just looting dead bodies
If
here.
you're wounded, find a place to lie down. Someone will get to you before you bleed out. If I seem distracted, I apologize. I'm tending to the fallen, as you can see.
Not very well. I've just looted a couple of them.
I've seen plenty of her handiwork, though she doesn't leave much to sew back together. Unfortunately, my hands are full with the dying and the dead, and there's too many of both. If I don't get any sleep, I might be the next casualty.
Take a break. You're no good to
I
anyone
suppose I've
exhausted.
earned a couple of winks. You look like you could use a few. The next time we see each other, I just hope the fighting's done.
Get some rest, dearie. I'm sure people will still be dying when you wake up.
More than likely they will be. Right, so there's... Right, so that's where we need to be. So let's head back up. So I need to go to that camp. Just needed to talk to key people before we do that. Right, let's go to the camp. So who else is around?
Is that you?
Don't fuck.
Here we go.
Envoy, how did you... I don't know.
It's great to see you again, but where the fuck did you come from?
You just appeared out of nowhere.
Magic.
The fuck?
That would be my response.
I wondered whose godlike you were.
That's not important right now, Radut.
Right. Forgive me, Envoy. I won't keep you long. I just want to make one request while you're here. As much as you can, be good to the living lands. Yes, but more than that,
What Radut is saying, Envoy, is that we know the adherents can put us through worse, and we don't want it to get bloody.
I'd just like for us to live lives that are free. For us. Not Adir to determine our fates.
That's fair.
It's going to be up to you, Envoy. I know you have much to do, so I'll just leave you with that. Thank you.
Right, okay. Give me the superb greatsword. Who else is around here?
The time for standing by is over.
I don't think anyone else of stature is around here. So what's over? Who's over here?
What am I missing?
Envoy?
No, they've got nothing for me. Okay, let's head to this camp. Who do we need to talk to? Marius.
There you are, Envoy. You ready for this?
This is your one more fight,
Right.
Marius.
Just one more fight. Then another. Then another. Across the whole settlement. I guess it helps we have a god on our side, right? I mean, a god beats a skeleton knight any day. This is just
well,
cleanup.
kinda, yeah.
Just figuring out who controls the living lands from here out.
We still have a lot to do
You
here.
have a lot to do. I just need to survive and make sure you live through this. Anyway, you should get some rest. Oh, if you need to rehearse any speeches or whatever, make sure you do it in front of someone else.
But I have a really good one.
I promise you I've heard it. Talk to you later, Envoy.
Right, talk to Giata.
So, here we are. The first and last battle for the living lands.
Stay close to
If
me,
the
we'll get through it
Guardian
together.
didn't kill us, I don't think anything can. Metaphysically, the battle is already over. Sapadal is free, and the Dream Scourge is gone. But politically, we have a small mess to tidy up.
We have unfinished business
I
with the Steel
intend
Garrote.
to send a message to the Steel Garrote, and it won't be subtle. Anyway,
Well, no, I want to decapitate some
who knows
people.
what tomorrow will bring? So let's be grateful for today. You've earned a little peace of mind.
Get some rest.
Good advice, but I'd rather stay worried. It'll keep me on my toes. Besides, I need to tinker on the phantasmal focus. Make sure it's ready for war. Don't stay up too late. I'll tell you whatever.
That's enough for now.
If I must.
Why is it telling me that I need to talk to you?
We should take a moment to acknowledge what
Oh,
happened
there we
back
go.
there. You liberated the god of the living lands. Now they are unchained, free to do whatever they want. That's quite a gamble you made.
Would you have done any
I'm
different?
not sure.
Hmm.
Too many variables. Regardless, I support your decision. If not for you, Sapadal would still be pacing their cage like a wild animal. Which means you have leverage over a god. How do you plan on using it?
I'll use it to make a better
That's
living
a
lands.
lot of responsibility, but I have faith you're equal to it. Sapadal's imprisonment shaped this island. Now that everything's changed, I'm curious what will happen. We cannot know if the living lands will normalize or destabilize as a result of our actions.
Either way, things could not continue as they have.
For better or worse, change is inevitable. Maybe you'll find some comfort in prayer, now that one of the gods is listening. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. The subject matter is a bit much for our little camp.
For you, anything.
You're too kind. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Wherever we go from here, I'm grateful to have been a part of it. Until next time.
That's enough for now.
Thanks for talking.
Right, yeah, so... exit to morning. And we'll confirm those guys. Right, let's save here.
It's not surrender. I'm offering you a seat at the table, Governor. All of you. But we should all choose wisely. We will only get to make this decision once.
After what's happened here? You're out of your mind.
It's not a bad deal. I'd like to consider it. Strong words for weak stomachs,
Envoy? Is it really you? Kostya told us he went into some place called the Garden to seek a god.
Yep.
When you didn't come out, we assumed you were dead.
Did you meet your god there? The one whose marks you bear?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the act of a god this whole time?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak.
It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
I met the Lord of the Living Lands and freed them.
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
But the plague isn't over.
Bye, Dover.
Frost still litter Shatterscarp.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but. What of this god, then? What does it mean that you freed them?
Sapadal is the god of the godless and the god of the living
Ludwig
lands.
had intimated that this land grew a new god. But how can that be?
Preposterous or not, it's happened. The godless yearned to build something new, and over hundreds of years, they did. A god. I suspect this god of theirs, Sapadal, was created from Echedan's souls. Wodka no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority, so she killed the godless and imprisoned their god.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradis? They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
We were no stranger to them in Fior Mesiverno. They harrowed our fields, tore our homes in half.
We saw similar destruction at Nakuku Bell. If these roots and the Dream Scourge are the work of a god, and the gods thought it best to imprison this god, how could you let such a creature go free?
I can no more leave a young god to run a case I could a kiff child.
Altruism is fertile ground for folly, I've found.
First is Steel Garrote, now a rogue god. Is there no place safe from turmoil in all the living lands?
Sapadal's power ravaged my people. I don't know that I can ever trust it.
Nandru never spoke of Sapadal, and I believe it was for good reason. They should never have gone free.
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put the godling back in the bottle now. But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Garrote have attacked Paradis. Inquisitor Ludwine has already joined the battle. She must have traveled like the wind to get here so fast.
I just remember killing Lodman on top of Mount Fiorja.
I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking, just to be sure.
Well, she's seen better days, but you wouldn't know it judging by how she fights.
Ludwine's plowed through the militia like a knife through warm butter.
All right, let's keep the similes to ourselves.
Damn, I really thought I killed her for good.
Oh, cheer up. You wouldn't be the first to make that mistake. Might not be the last either, depending on how things go. So long as her passion for Wodka lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That will be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible.
What did you know about this attack?
You might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen. It was Ludwine who called for the attack.
I didn't hear an answer, Ambassador.
She and her Steel Garrote laid siege to the city, shortly after you beat her to the garden.
Do we know the state of the city?
Steel Garrote broke through several days ago. As far as we can tell, Central Paradis has been completely overrun. What citizens still live are no doubt in hiding, including many of my people.
You couldn't have known this would happen. Don't take the guilt of the Steel Garrote upon yourself.
Some Paradisans got out, but we expect hundreds have been killed.
What's the status of the
We
opposition?
got as many Hail and Able from Thirdborn as would come. But after the Dream Scourge and our losses from Nakuku Bell, we could spare so few. I worry it won't be enough.
The Wardens largely survived the keep's destruction, but we are in a desperate state. My men are salvaging what they can from the rubble. Medicine is in short supply. They will march to Paradis as soon as they can, but I fear they will arrive to find the city in ashes.
What are your plans for a counterattack?
Well, it's been a point of debate. We can't agree on how to stand against the Steel Garrote, nor who should lead the effort.
Nobody wants to risk their people at the front.
So you let the Paradis militia go it alone?
Even if our meager forces should make it inside.
The siege won't end until Ludwine does. And none of you know how to kill her.
Precisely.
What does Lodman hope to achieve
the
here?
lawful settlement of a new Adirian colony, supposedly. Or the establishment of a Wodican state. She could win with a godlike in her ranks. Your presence would serve as a powerful endorsement.
Oh, I want to say that.
Somewhere inside that hollow head of hers, I believe she always hoped she'd turn you to her side. Remember, she has an obligation to Wodica, a solemn oath. And neither the Steel Garrote nor the queen that was look kindly upon oathbreakers.
Why did Logman decide to attack Paradis now?
Because a victory here
Paradis.
would discourage resistance elsewhere. The better question is, why didn't you stop her?
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion to the goddess of retribution. This isn't
I mean,
my
fair
fault.
point, man.
Sure. Just blame the dead woman. Very
Give
mature.
him a break.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not stopping Ludwig in the tusks?
You could start with blaming your own incompetence.
Giata has a point, I'm
Ludwig's the muscle. I'm merely the personality. What was I supposed to do? Frown her into submission?
What good are you as a diplomat if you can't even keep your own beast under control?
The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against Adia that she's nearly made it true. One people, one law, one true God. That's Ludwig's vision for the Living Lands.
Do you think the Living Lands would stabilize under Adirian rule?
I can't wait to see how you weasel out of this one.
I know it will. We are leading by example, returning order and dignity to Paradis in the wake of the Clavager's death. We will do the same to the frontier, given the chance.
Where was order and dignity when the Steel Garrote attacked my home?
My administration had nothing to do with that, as I know you know. Adirian rule and rule by the Steel Garrote would be markedly different beasts.
Spoken like a fucking diplomat. Splitting hairs when it all comes from the same head.
Giata isn't
You have been
happy.
the embodiment of Adir's promise, Envoy. Don't forget that.
Isn't Paradis, its port, its trade, enough for you?
Did the Steel Garrote explain the alternative for
What
this under
passes
attack?
between Ludwig and her men, or between Ludwig and the Emperor, for that matter, is not my affair. But if I had to guess, this was the alternative.
Is this what the Emperor
The
wants?
Inquisitor answers only to Wodica. In attacking Paradis, she has dragged us all far beyond the bounds of the Emperor's desires.
Enough of this. What happens
I've
next?
answered your questions. Now I would like you, all of you, to answer mine. Ludwig has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwig, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adia will come. Indeed, we are already here.
What would becoming a colony
The
entail?
Living Lands would become an extension of the Adirian Empire in leadership and law. Soldiers bearing the flag of Adia would be garrisoned in every town. They would be paid in Adirian shelling and speak only the Adirian language. Their roads would be smooth Adirian roads. Their medicine would be hygienic Adirian medicine. And their weapons would be efficient Adirian weapons. Our customs would become their customs. Our strengths would become their strengths. Our emperor would become their emperor. Turned toward a common purpose. No one, not Rawatai, not the Valian republics, not even a rogue god, would dare attack the Living Lands. This island would be safe for the first time in its history, and safe it would remain.
I assume the assembled leaders have thoughts?
The Empire's prosperity would be our prosperity. The people of this blasted island could know security and comfort for the first time in their lives. My wardens deserve no less. I say it's an offer worth considering.
What need does Thirdborn have for the protections of Adiran's soldiers? We have cannons, cliffs, and wills forged in the storms of Rauatai. And should Rauatai come for us, we will rain hellfire down on their heads. Your Adirans could do no better.
Under my leadership, the city my father founded was nearly destroyed. Hundreds of people could have died or been left without a home. I may have failed my people, but it was your Empire's soldiers who made it so.
Turn to your companions. What do you think?
He would suppress our culture before it's had a chance to grow. Everything my people cultivated would be reduced to a footnote. If you have any love for this land, do not allow him to overwrite our history.
Rauatai built its empire from colonies like this. Many have become centers of culture and prosperity, backed by the protection of a strong navy. Of course, it can take decades to get there, and this road isn't an easy one. But Adir won't be the only empire eyeing this place. A formal agreement now could protect us from something worse later.
It shall be peaceful in that all dissenters will be silenced. So there's that.
Living Lands is a lot of things, but it will never be Adir, no matter how hard Adir wants it to be. Adir should turn back now and save everyone a bunch of blessed trouble.
Turn inwards. Opinion, Sabadal?
The Adder's promise. Flip our feathers as we find our wings. The deed binds as the wire binds. To drown us, why were we set free?
Tell me about the other possibilities. I'm not familiar with a Grafam. How does that work?
The Living Lands would retain its own laws under a grave appointed by the Emperor. The grave would be expected to promote and develop the Living Lands to our mutual benefit. They would divide the island into administrative districts and see them governed by mayors appointed from the local communities. The island would provide tribute in the form of resources and taxes, and in times of war, soldiers. The Empire, I should note, is nearly always at war. In return, the Living Lands would enter Adir's sphere of influence, and should outside nations attempt to invade, we would come to the Grave Room's aid.
Who would be our Gref?
Naturally, that would be the Emperor's decision. But I suspect he would choose you. Only the strong survive the frontier. I used to believe that was Ludwig. But you were born to rule here. Quite literally.
This is a lot to take in.
Give the matter some thought. You owe that much to yourself, at least.
I assume the assembled leaders have thoughts?
It's a mealy-mouthed compromise. But better than going on as my wardens have been. Barely able to feed ourselves or protect our sorry hides. And, who knows, we could become a colony in time.
A grave room could work, so long as trade keeps moving through the Scarp and you're willing to serve as our go-between envoy. And we'll have cannons enough to deter the Adirans from trying anything stupid.
If a grave room will put an end to the fighting and allow my people to remain safely in Paradis, I suppose this is an arrangement I could accept.
Turn to companions. What do you think?
Tribute, he says. Taxes. Soldiers. The Empire has tried it all before. Look to the Eastern Reach if you don't believe me. They want to bleed us dry, to fill their coffers and fight their wars, to break us like wild animals. But I will not bend.
It's still a gamble, but I think it's the safest bet. We get the benefits of Imperial trade and protection without losing all of what makes this place special. There's no way of knowing what it would mean in another generation or two. But right now, it gives us the security and stability to recover.
We were fine before Adir showed up, and we'll be fine when they're gone. Trust the lands and her people, Envoy.
If we give Adir power over us, we can't be surprised if they decide to flex it later.
Turn inwards. Opinion, Sabadell?
Pernicious. Cut the rot, yet the disease remains. Safety among spiders. A web gleaming with dew. They weave, they wait.
Tell me about the other possibilities. I have another idea. How about United Living Lands?
Oh, Envoy, no. Do not suggest that lightly. Think of the Emperor. There would be reprisals. Ones which this conclave could not survive, fractured as you are. Not unless you came together and formed a nation of your own. It would be difficult. No, impossible. I'm certain you would fail. Think of your people, all of you. Think of the lives at stake.
Assuming the assembled leaders have thoughts?
Envoy, be rational. This would be madness. We are all strangers to each other. We can't govern. I can't trust these people to keep my warden's best interests at heart when they're looking after their own.
It's a nice idea, but consider the costs. If we walk away from a relationship with Adir, we're leaving a lot of trade on the table. But the people of Thirdborn have friends in the world. I'm sure we'd find our way through.
If we do this, I fear the Empire will revenge themselves on us with cruelty and hellfire. And the home my people nearly lost will finally be destroyed. But if this is what this conclave wants, then Fior will stand beside you.
Turn to companions. What do you think?
We deserve our autonomy, even if we must fight for it. Anything less would be surrender.
Fleeing someone else's laws and authority is one thing, setting up your own is another. We're an island of misfits and dissidents. We'll still have to surrender some of our autonomy, and we won't agree on what that means overnight. We'll be vulnerable. Without allies, other powers will see us as ripe for the picking. Know that this is a hard road to walk.
We were fine before Adir came. We'll be fine when they're gone.
I think we ran things perfectly fine before your kin got here.
Opinions?
Rest into bounty. Does the winter frost dissuade the seeds? Many fruits on our boughs. We graft many leaves into strength.
I've heard enough.
Well, let's not twiddle our thumbs while Paradis burns.
I think we're going to go with United Living Lands.
Oh, gods have mercy.
By grit and steel, Thirdborn stands with the living lands.
If this is what you all agree is best, the people of Fior stand with the living lands.
I will not countenance this lunacy. Solus stands opposed.
We deserve this opportunity. Thank you for believing in us.
Fighting a battle together is easy. I just hope everyone's willing to stick it out when it comes to the politics.
Well, hopefully.
They made the right decision for once.
Finally, some sense permeates the proceedings.
On your head be the consequences.
Oh, shut
That
up, you.
leaves the matter of Ludwine and the Steel Garrote. She will never surrender, Envoy. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradis, and eventually the island.
Then I will meet Lord on the battlefield. Let no man let no man stand who tries to stop me.
The living lands will never be free until we break the chain around our necks. Ludwine must die her final death.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One last time.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradis militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Thank you all for trusting
You're
me.
more than worth it. Now go. No doubt the Inquisitor grows impatient for the hunt.
Good luck, Envoy. You'll need it.
Gather your forces and secure the eastern gate. From there, take back the main plaza. I have faith in you.
When did you become
And
military
my home
strategist?
needed one. We all do what we must. Gods be with you, Envoy.
Let's take back the city together. Show the Steel Garrote how the Living Lands takes care of its own.
Let's go free a city, shall we?
Right, okay. Reach the city. How do I get to the city from here? Oh, do we go through this gate?
It's no use.
Come on, bring it on. No one will survive from the Steel Garrote. Where's the dead body going? Come back here.
This shall be a bloody day.
Wait, is he joining the fight? Oh, we've got a giant on our side. We can't lose now. Let's go. Oh, hello, boys.
Worth and Roth.
Oh, yes, let's go. Do you know what? I'm going to fight like a proper knight here. Take this! Oh wait, did Giant have some... Like, kill all these and then just have back the camp a second?
Foolishness. We shall tear your enemies apart.
Right, just head back to camp a sec. Because I think...
Envoy, you finally arrived.
I think... Giatta wanted to talk to you with a plan on how to kill Lodwyn. I completely forgot about that. So let's head into here.
Can't sleep? Neither can I. We're going into battle for the soul of the Living Lands, rallying under the banners of the Paradis militia. Your Emperor will not be pleased.
Screw him.
Indeed. When a godlike fights in battle, people take note of which side. The Adherents will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. You may even doubt yourself. This is the first time you were told to pick a side. And I fear it won't be the last. All we ask in return is that you do the same for us. From what I understand, your ambassador is very persuasive, very powerful, and very accustomed to getting his way. For a politician
not this time.
like him, losing a battle is not a defeat. It's an opportunity. When he promises you the world, don't listen. He'll fill your head with lies if you let him.
There we go.
That is an advantage, and we're going to need it. I'm glad we understand each other. It's good to see you fighting for the misfits and rabble-rousers. Time for you to get some rest. We have a big day ahead of us.
There we go.
In truth, I'm not as worried as I used to be. I've been thinking about the Inquisitor. Formulating a theory, you might say. A Death Guard clings to their existence by force of will. Stubbornness, unfinished business, that sort of thing. Ludwig is held together by faith, and that may be her undoing. If only it were that simple. Faith is the foundation of her reality. Faith in the righteousness of the gods. But according to her faith, Sapadal should not exist. A new god independent of hers? Blasphemy. By that logic, you shouldn't exist either. And yet here you are.
So how do we use that to
By
my
staying
advantage?
alive, of course. You are the godlike of a heretical god. A contradiction to her reality. Can you imagine how much she needs you to die? Her entire worldview depends on it. Who knows? Maybe that uncertainty is enough to make her mortal again. Or maybe not. I'm just theorizing as I go. Whatever happens, I want to see it for myself. For the research.
How do you feel
When
about
I
that?
agreed to travel with you, I didn't think I'd find myself at the center of a political upheaval. So imagine my surprise when you gave the Living Lands a chance to unite, to prove itself, and to stand tall before its enemies. Granted, it was an uphill climb. The Dream Scourge exposed our weaknesses, our vulnerabilities. But thanks to our struggle, the island finally knows itself. Now we can decide who we want to become. I can't wait to see what we do with that freedom.
I hope the Living Lands up to
Either
the challenge.
way, the challenge is ours. No one can take it from us. But to answer your question, the future looks bright for a change.
Are you worried about the outcome of
Is
the
it really
siege?
that obvious? No matter who wins or loses, the Living Lands won't be the same. In my heart, I know that's a good thing. Life is impossible without change. And change can be frightening. I just want to put this behind us. I want it to be over.
That's enough for us for now.
Until
Get
next
some
time.
rest. And then who's the other person I need to speak to? Marius.
You should get some sleep. Big day coming up.
Oh, well, I'm just checking on
No,
everyone.
I'm just fine. More or less. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but it's always been a fight to survive. It's just a fight. Putting my life on the line for someone else's cause. It's the opposite of survival. It's foolishness.
You're right, it doesn't make sense, but sometimes it's necessary.
You know, I've never seen a bear go to war. They fight for survival, not for causes. We're about to go out there and risk our lives for what? A concept of how things ought to be? We might die, all to determine who sleeps in the nicest house in Paradis until the island decides it's time for a change. It's fine, really. But it's some blessed day Sokka when you think about it.
I'm glad you're with me, Marius.
Careful you don't get stuck in all that sap. I'll be all right, Envoy.
Right,
You go get
let's
some
go.
rest, rest.
Let's exit here till morning. We've got the giant with me. Let's go. Activate the winch. Come on. Right, the wizard up there. Let's go get him.
Don't worry about the eastern gate. I'll protect your back.
I'll teach you.
Right, so let's loot everything. So nothing in there that we can loot. Wait, what?
Envoy, what are you doing here? I thought you left
Juliana?
town weeks ago.
Still gone too far. I'm
About
gonna put a stop to
time.
it.
You're the only one Ludwig will listen to.
Where did they go out get siege
Not
equipment
from
like
us, that's for sure. You ask me, they've been planning this since before they left the mainland. Listen, one of the Garrote's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. I wouldn't want to fight them if I were you. Take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can thank the captain who forgot it.
Okay, I appreciate it. I'll
You
be careful.
shouldn't find much opposition down there. I wish someone had stood up to the Steel Garrote a long time ago. But, well, you're here now. That's what matters. Good luck.
Right, so
Quiet as a soul.
what if we take this way? We get like a secret entrance.
We should go now, while the fighting's died down.
Can you not hear the screaming outside?
She's right. We can't go now. Then when? Should we wait till the Garrote set this bar alight?
They have thaumaturges out
Where's
there.
the
We
canal
saw
key?
them.
Soon there'll be thaumaturges in here.
What if you stayed then? Just until we've cleared a path.
They will run you through before you get 10 steps out the door.
We should be helping Cad. We're soldiers, aren't we?
We are helping. We're helping her.
Where do you use the canal key then? Oh, I'm confused. Where am I going?
Take care of yourself out there.
Yeah, well, how do I use... Wait, what? Where am I supposed to go here?
Coward!
Is there something I'm missing here? I'm definitely missing something here, aren't I? Oh, there we go. Found the way.
Found you.
Come on, bring it.
Who's next? Anyone?
Wait, did he have something? Yep. Alright, so we took the canal key. Now we just keep going forwards.
Keep quiet.
I'm guessing we go up.
And roll.
Come on, we got this. Book.
Stillness meatful.
Oh, peak performance. Reach max level. Oh, let's go. So we reached level 30. Alright then.
What a mess.
Hey, Tower. Come to join for the last fight, have we? Right, so confront Lodwin.
Mordecai demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
Let's pay Ludwig one final visit, shall we? Let's make sure she stays dead this time. All right, dearie?
Is that Lodwin?
There you are.
Hello, you big ugly
So,
give Ghost Rider a bad name.
You survived the garden.
Of course I did.
Come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time?
Yep. You've died twice on my account, maybe the third time's a charm.
You'll get your chance. Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand.
Her order wields sharp steel. She must set down her blade.
The Living Knights will unite and remain free. There's nothing you can do about
Don't
it.
insult my intelligence or my commitment to the cause. Treaties can be burned. The hands which shook over whatever deal you struck can be lopped off at the wrist. As for you, Sappadal's chains are broken, which means your soul is in their grasp. I don't know how deeply you've been compromised, Envoy. And if I don't know, then I cannot suffer you to live.
Sounds like you've already made up your mind about me.
Judgment has been passed. Now comes the sentence. Steel yourself, Envoy. Make this a fight to remember, even in death.
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
You've cheated death long enough, corpse.
My faith keeps me alive. Let's see if yours can do the same. Farewell, Envoy.
There's no coming back this time. Prepare yourself for the next world.
You won't be missed, Ludwig.
Once I'm done killing you, your god of
We are
Right, okay, I need a godlike ability now, please. Where's godlike abilities? Where's godlike abilities? Something else, sure. What does that do? What does that do? What does that do? Toggle tooltip.
Come on! Kill her off. One last time!
That's right, yeah, you take this. Where's she gone? Oh, you little cheater. Right, godlike ability, godlike ability. What the hell? Oh, she healed, that's unfair. Oh, that was sick. Right, let's get some health regen, and that regenerated. Where's she gone? Oh, come on. What the hell are those? No. Right, you can die. Oh my god, this is one hectic fight. Right, okay. Come on, Inquisitor Lodwin. Lewin. Yeah, Lodwin. Take this. What's attacking me now? Is that thing invisible? Oh my god.
Sealmas meatball.
Is she dead? Did I kill her?
Wherever Ludwine is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
Yep, she definitely would be.
But we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradis, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand. The Paradis militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding, and how it is finally at peace. Thanks to you, the Living Lands has escaped Adiran oppression. The free settlements unite under a common banner and begin the fraught process of negotiating new traditions and values. The Empire withdraws. The frontier remains wild, but not for long. Fugitives no more, the rebels of Paradis return to their home and to other free settlements, bringing their skills and secrets wherever needed. For once, they have a future. The refugees of Emerald Stair find a cold welcome in the city of Paradis. Animancy is frowned upon, but their knowledge of agriculture is highly valued. The first bountiful harvest improves relations. In time, the people of Emerald Stair return to their city of Fior Messidano.
Oh, yay!
Research yields new developments in the struggle against nature. Technology is shared among the United Settlements. The Empire cannot get in the way of progress. You know that one day your body will join the revenants at Elia's corpse farm. The very idea fills you with mixed emotions and dark thoughts. For the people of Shatterscarp, independence is bittersweet. Those who cannot withstand the grief inflicted by Ringgrim's spell leave the settlements, vanishing into the wilderness. Those who remain find themselves forced to cooperate with others, often begrudgingly. With so many dead, the need to stave off hunger outweighs any distaste for certain trading partners. With Solace Keep destroyed, the Pargrunen take their first steps into a world their ancestors once roamed at will. For some, this is the adventure of a lifetime. For others, the new freedom is terrifying, and they rush to build fledgling settlements. Kostya spends his days on the road, establishing trade routes. It is a hard
So they
life,
kind of split up, some of them in
bereft
travel,
the
some of them have
luxuries he once
cities.
dreamed of. But there is promise. When Kai leaves the Living Lands, he is no longer running. For the first time in many years, he can face the future. He returns to Rauatai, committed to peace for his people, those he left in Rauatai, as well as those he found in the Living Lands. He joins the Ronganui's council, counterbalancing powerful voices of isolationism and hawkishness. It is a long and difficult battle, and he is happy to fight it. With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Armed with this knowledge, he finds himself more capable of living in civilization, and far less fearful of his home in Galawain's tusks. With Solace gone, however, Marius never has a chance to reconcile with his people. Outside of a few travelers
Oh no,
here
I'm
and
sorry,
there,
Marius.
his connection with the Wardens is completely lost. Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the Living Lands, nurturing instead of exploiting. Others follow her example, seeking her tutelage from lands far and wide. In the years to come, rumors spread of a secret society gathering in the wilderness, where animancers work in harmony with nature. The dream of Fior Messidano lives on in her. In a past life, Yahtzee was given a task: protect the history and knowledge of the godless. Now, many lifetimes later, she continues upholding that oath. She moves into the library in the garden, spending her days poring over the clay tablets there. But not even the letters from, and rare visit to, her lover help ease the loneliness that fills her days. Freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Sapadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions.
they want to understand. After a time, they begin tentatively to garden. Where they can, they improve the lives of Kith, and the suffering that troubled them is reduced, if never fully eradicated. Their grief compels them to love, and they love unreservedly, with the power of a god. Sapadal pours a fragment of their power into the statue they claimed from the temple of Aethys. Newly embodied, they roam the living lands and learn to experience the world as Kith do.
Oh wait, that
Their
statue we
first
couldn't get
attempts at
resurrected.
locomotion are clumsy, and a stand of innocent trees is violently returned to the wheel. But as their confidence grows, so does their grace. Soon, they are bounding across the plains of eastern Dawnshore, leaping the river gorge in Emerald Stair, scaling the shark's teeth of Shatterscarp, and fearlessly wading into the Tusk's acid sea. When they break, they come to you to put them back together, and in time, they learn to fix themselves. They wander far afield. You see less of them, but they are never far from your thoughts. And on the rare occasion they return, they always bring you something beautiful and strange. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.